Ready? Ready? Go get it. This morning I'm out throwing the ball around before it gets real hot on the front of the house where there's some shade. Summertime in North Carolina, hot, hot, hot. It doesn't cool down at night, it just gets more humid. So anyway, Annette, thank you for the comment. As I stated in one of my other videos, my content of my channel is driven by comments, and I had a really good comment from someone named Annette this morning, and she said she's new to the channel, she's watched a couple of videos, and she has a reactive 6-month-old miniature American Shepherd, miniature Australian Shepherd, same dog. And it's dog reactive in a way that it wants to play. It wants to get to the other dogs and play. This is a super common problem, not just with the miniature Australian Shepherd, but with a lot of different breeds in general, and especially high drive breeds, working breeds, herding breeds. When you get an Australian Shepherd, and I've said this a million times, but I'll say it again, you're getting a dog with a really smart mind and a really high work ethic and a high need to be mentally and physically challenged. I don't know how many ways I can say this in how many videos and all the puppy adopters, and nobody seems to get it until they get their Australian Shepherd home and it gets to this age, 6 months old, 7 months old. So this is sort of it's a hard question to answer because I don't know all of the variables. But number one is this dog is bored out of his mind, probably. Most dogs that are like this are bored out of their mind, and they're understimulated, they're undertrained, and they're not getting enough of you. They're not getting enough of what you have to offer. They haven't learned what you have to offer. So yes, I think it's really appropriate for puppies to have playmates, because her comment was, does my miniature Australian Shepherd or miniature American Shepherd have to have a playmate 24/7, another dog? And the answer to that is no. You guys done already? Bring me a ball, somebody. The answer to that is no. But I think it's really good for dogs to have other dogs. I mean, you've seen my dog. There you go.
Get it! Get it!
You know, I have a lot of dogs. I personally would never have less than 2 dogs. Whether or not I was a breeder, or, you know, I have my business, my Canada Goose Control business, I have to have multiple border collies for that. But if I totally was retired, I would still have 2 dogs, at least 2 dogs. I think dogs need dogs, but if you are only going to have 1 dog, it needs to have when it's a puppy. And if you'll start this as a puppy, you're going to eliminate a lot of, or prevent dog aggression, dog reactivity, and all of that. Because when they leave the litter, they had their so hopefully you had a decent breeder who left the mother with the puppies until at least 8 weeks old, and left the puppies together till at least 8 weeks old. So they had that early dog socialization with their mother and their siblings, but then you take them home, and now that's been broken, that's been stopped. And the quicker, you know, you have to be careful because of diseases and all that. You have to weigh the risk benefits. But the quicker you can get that puppy socializing with other puppies and other gentle dogs, the better. Because when you break that socialization ending at 8 weeks, and the socialization window goes on, you know, they say 16 weeks, probably beyond that, you need to pick up where the breeder left off in the canine socialization and human socialization, all that kind of stuff. Not overdoing it. I'm just saying it needs to have some dog interaction. So here she's got this 6-month-old puppy. I don't know the history, and it is a puppy, and it's a puppy at 12 months, okay? Still a puppy. Might not look at the cute little thing you brought home was so cute. Well, now it's, you know, big, whatever breed you have, but it's still a puppy, and you have to approach it from that standpoint. But I don't know anything about this dog other than she says it's dog reactive and it wants to play with other dogs. So This is a multifaceted answer because number one, yes, you need to get that dog with other dogs to play with. Not 24/7, but maybe 2 or 3 times a week, a really good play session with a known dog that you know is not going to frighten your puppy and that will play with your puppy, interact with your puppy. If you have a doggy daycare that you really trust, you might consider taking your dog to doggy daycare once or twice a month, something like that. Barkley, Barkley's always so interested in my camera. Okay, so, but this is your dog now, Charlie Brown, and you have got to make yourself a lot more interesting to this dog, and you have got to challenge this dog a lot more. This dog is bored out of its mind. You have a working dog, you have a herding dog, you have a high energy dog, you have a high intelligence dog, and you need to get something going with that dog. Now, I have a bunch of videos on hand targeting and loose leash walking and things like that. But I would be teaching this dog to fetch. I would be teaching this dog to find hiding things and having the dog find these things. I would be challenging this dog's mind in ways that maybe some other breeds don't need to have a challenge. Get it into a puppy agility class. Things like that. If you don't want to take it to class, set up a little agility course in your house. You can use any little thing. You don't have to go out and buy expensive equipment. But we need to challenge this dog's body, mind, and innate desire to work and herd. Maybe you can't get ducks. I've got some ducks here. We're going to start when it cools down. We're going to start some videos with the ducks again, and I might even be getting a few sheep, but that's a topic for a different day. But you don't have to have sheep and you don't have to have ducks, but you do have to get this dog's attention. Impulse control. Watch my videos on impulse control. Walk when I walk. Stop when I stop. Yeah, there we go. Keep 4 on the floor. Walk when I walk. Stop when I stop. Keep 4 on the floor. Get that dog focused on you and what you are doing, and get it to want to be paying attention to you and making yourself more interesting and being a lot more interactive with this dog. So, before the wind blows my camera over, thanks for the comment, Annette.